Thursday, October 6th. As we jump into our stuff, let's make sure I finish on 58. Perfect. All right. So from you guys, we just got back to book fair. If you want to go back to book fair tomorrow, you are more than welcome to. After we finish test, you just have to let me know, and I can send you over. You just have to show me that you actually have money, and I can send you. Blue story we're going to talk about here in a moment, and then if you have fixed your assessment, it is already graded and up on Skyward. Although a lot of the people who fixed their assessments, their grades went down as opposed to up, because a lot of people just, I don't know, aren't following directions. It's kind of, I still take the higher of the two grades, but I don't know why people are redoing it and then not paying attention. But again, when you do it, pay attention to the little rubric-y thing. Yeah, see?
It won't let me do like another test.
So on some of you, you used both your attempts the first day for some reason. If that happened, you have to email me to unlock your next attempt. Because I have had a number of kids who that first day you saw there were 2 attempts, and then you just like did it and then hit it again and you used up both of them. So if that happens, you just have to email me.
I never did my first attempt, like it just did it on its own.
Then you just have to email me. There you go. Or you can angrily squint at me and see if that changes it, but I don't think it will. Yes. Alright. So as far as the test tomorrow goes, it is 25 questions. 13 of them are going to come from the story Hey You Down There, and then the rest of them are going to be broken up into these section chunks I'm going to be explaining in a moment. As far as the Hey You Down There story goes, if you have questions, I'm more than happy to go through and answer them. If you don't have questions, we're going to move on. Again, you have to have read it to have questions. Are there any things that confuse? This is the one with Calvin and Dora and Glar the monster and the hole in the ground and the flashlights and the gold and the getting eaten and stuff like that.
What?
And the well. Thanks for letting me know. Okay. Any questions as far as story goes? Alright then. If you end up having questions and you want to send me a reminder or email tonight, I'm happy to try and answer them for you. As far as the test goes, there is a section where you're going to have to answer whether it is irony, foreshadowing, suspense, or nothing at all. And so I'm just going to give you part of a story, and then you have to answer which one it is. That's why your notes are out right now, because there's a chance you might not remember these things, so let's double check. Do you remember what irony is?
Yes.
What is irony?
Like saying, oh, I like this, but you don't have it.
Suspense.
I know.
It's like I like green, and then no, it's like.
You know,
I only like
paper right in front of you.
Where no?
Mia!
I only like Gatorade water bottles, but then you're drinking out of this water
It's a
bottle.
dentist getting a cavity.
Oh no.
That's what I said.
The opposite of what you expect to have happen. What is foreshadowing? Clues that tell you later on. And what is suspense? The thing that keeps you reading. So there will be a section where I'm going to give you part of a story, and you have to figure out, is it ironic, is it foreshadowing, or is it going to be suspenseful? Or is it going to be a kid talking to the kid that moved to the new seat in the back of the room and then wondering what happened to their points? No matter what kind of expression they may give me. And then until there. Our next section you'll have is Story Mountain. I'm going to give you part of a story, and you have to figure out what part of Story Mountain it is. So to remind you about Story Mountain, what's the beginning? Definition of it is? And then? Definition? And then? Definition? And then? Definition? And then?
Boring ending stuff.
So my goal is, I know that like following and resolution can be kind of tough, so I'll try to give you obvious ones for those. I figure that new climax, rising action, exposition, you should be able to figure out, but I'm going to give you ones. We have to figure out those and be able to connect them. Yeah.
There's a little thing. So you've been like to help you with like the resolution thing. You're like climbing up and down a mountain. So then you're like resolved because you're like, oh, I'm so relieved.
Good resolving. I agree. And then the 7 elements that we've been studying, I'm going to try to give you tips because you're going to have to figure those out in stories. So this one.
Character
This one?
Setting when where?
Hang on, time out. On setting, here's the thing that kids are going to miss tomorrow. I'm going to say, where is the best setting? And you're going to tell me during the daytime. Does that answer the question?
No.
Why?
It doesn't say.
So you recognize that now, so tomorrow when you take it, don't just look at the word setting and be like, yeah, and then move on. Look for the part where it says either when or where to try and help you. All right, after setting is this one.
Plot. What happens in the story?
Almost all the plot questions will be the mountain ones. They'll be most of the plot ones. And then, this one,
Point of view.
How we see the story.
time out. So if you're doing point of view and it uses I, what point of view is it?
First.
If it says he and she and follows one character,
Third person limited.
he and she and follows a bunch of characters,
Third person omniscient.
and if it says you,
Second.
all right, making sure. This one?
Theme.
There's only a couple theme questions because you guys seem to be doing pretty well with those overall. I'll try to make them stories that should be pretty obvious. Ego?
Is it open note?
Yes. This is the one I made, so it'll be open note. This one?
It's a conflict. Decisions in the story.
Yeah.
So what word do you have to use?
Versus something versus.
No, or.
Or what word should you never use? Nicely done. And then this one?
External conflict, something versus something.
What word do you have to use?
Versus.
Because that'll be part of what I look for is I will give you fake answers that don't use versus or a fake answer that uses not. So this is that whole are you paying attention when you read the answers? Because again, I'm trying to make sure you're doing that paying attention thing. Mia?
Do the other classes do like the dance and stuff?
Like my other classes or the other teams?
Other teams.
Nah, they don't love their kids.
Yeah.
What about other classes?
All of my classes do, but no, that's why I let you guys teach it to like the Globetrotters and
Do you know
stuff.
Emerson Dragon?
No one.
I do. She's in my class. Callan?
Is it gonna be open note?
Yes, same answer it was when Eco asked. So yeah, again, that's why you, like with the hey you down there, you get to use the story on the test. It's just you only have a certain amount of time. Sure, points? Go for it. Now, I am going to see how well you know this stuff. I printed off one of my old tests that covers some of this. Some of the questions are the same, but some of the stories we used to do, we're not doing right now. But I figure if you can answer these, you should be doing pretty well. If I cover these and you struggle, that means we may have some issues. Cameron?
Can you buy B points with real money?
There are certain times of the year, because we'll do like donations, and you can donate to like fundraisers, and that will get you B points. But it is only during those times, so you have to take advantage of it when it happens.
For $1, how many B points do you
Usually it is like $5 is 5 B points. And so it's one of the things.
What? Then no. Then if you pay $100, you get 100.
No, you get bonus B points, because if you spend every 5 you buy, you get a bonus point, so it's actually 6 B points for 5, 25 B points for $20, because I try to help out the fundraisers. So I give you bonuses. Adorable.
She gave us like a 5
Yes.
B point bonus.
Oh, well, next week you get
Ooh, I like
a
this
15 B
one.
point bonus.
For
So,
what?
new 9 weeks.
New week or new year.
It's gonna. Well, maybe you guys won't make mistakes. We'll find out. We're gonna work as a team to see how well your impact is gonna impact everybody learning words. First section is the mountain one. So I'm gonna give you part of the story, and you tell me is the part of the story the exposition, rising, climax, falling. Here's your hint. We are only going to use each section once. So once you use climax, that will not be an answer again. Once you use exposition, you won't use it again. So if you keep track, it should make it easier on you. Because I try to reward kids who pay attention. That's my whole goal. Only if you get it wrong.
Wait, can we do?
Are you gonna call?
But that means you're saying it's wrong and you get to call the answer. Okay. Now, you guys get to just say the answer out loud. If you all agree on it, then we'll just make sure it's right. If we disagree, then we get to vote.
No, cover your ears.
In Hey You Down There, we find out that Calvin is a jerk and his wife is quiet, and they are digging a new well on their property. Which part of the mountain would that be?
Expedition.
We all agree on exposition?
Expedition.
Is correct. Good job. All right, let's go to
He's gonna hit it.
In the Voices. Sam suddenly confronts the voices that have been tormenting him while in math class, and they attack him and cause him to finally die. Which part of the mountain is that?
Rising action.
We're going with
action.
rising action.
Yes.
Okay. Is incorrect. Not rising action.
Climax.
Oh, wait, what
How
about
about I read it
It
again?
is climax.
What is the
I said climax.
Up, or would that be
Hang on. So in the voices, Sam suddenly confronts the voices that have been tormenting him while in math class, and they attack him and cause him to finally die.
Following
that's-
action.
So we're gonna go with climax.
Climax.
Is correct. That would be the climax. That's the big moment. We're like, oh
That's
my
what I
god.
said, guys. That's what I said. That's what I said,
No,
guys.
it's not.
Yeah, so why did you change?
Number
Because
3.
I wanted to be part of the group. Girl.
Didn't we talk about that yesterday? Like being out on your own and not being part of the group and being strong. 3. In the story of the fisherman, after the fisherman has tricked the genie back into the bottle, the genie tries to negotiate a way out.
Following action.
Oh, wait, resolution.
I hear resolution.
Following action.
Falling action.
So let's vote. I hear falling action and resolution. I will read it again real quick. In the story of the fisherman, after the fisherman has tricked the genie back into the bottle, the genie tries to negotiate a way out. So if you say falling action, raise hand. Is correct.
Told you.
To the people on the screen, everyone bought that.
Yeah.
In the lottery, a man in each family is called up to the box to pull out their paper, and we follow the background conversations as we get to the last one to find the winner.
Rising action.
Wait, what?
No.
Rising
Are
action.
we going with rising action?
Yes. Yes.
Is correct, rising action.
Yes. Yeah.
So if we've been paying attention, you should know what the last one is. In the zoo, the little creature explains how much fun the trip was. It is resolution. Nicely done.
Resolution.
Let's go with. Okay.
It went in the mouth.
Section. Foreshadow, irony, suspense, or none. The answer could be none of them.
Oh my gosh. It went, Mr. Rubik, it went that way.
What?
It went in the way of the mountain.
Oh.
What happened?
That's what you guys were excited about?
Yeah. Yeah.
Wait, what?
Oh. Rising action, climax, falling action.
Oh my god, brain blast.
Alright. So
Yes,
this
they
one,
are.
you have 4
You guys
options.
missed that out.
Foreshadowing, irony, suspense, or nothing. I might be throwing a tricky one at you. In Man from the South, the boy slowly opens and lights the lighter 8 times, and we wait to discover if it won't light.
Suspense.
Suspense?
Yes.
Yes.
That's correct.
God.
What?
In Voices, Sam wakes up from a dream in which his family was in a horrible car wreck, and it felt very real.
What was the
Resolution.
Foreshadowing.
Foreshadowing.
Irony.
Foreshadowing.
Are we going with foreshadowing?
Yeah.
Is correct. Foreshadowing.
Yes.
Alright. In Fun They Had, Margie wishes she could be in a school with other kids instead of at home with a computer teacher.
I didn't read
Try it again.
Neither. None.
Good
We're
job.
gonna go with none?
No.
Okay.
That's
I'll
not
read it again.
What?
So, foreshadowing, irony, suspense, or nothing. In Fun They Had, Margie wishes she could just be in a school with other kids instead of at home on her technology.
nothing.
None.
Nothing. None.
None?
Irony.
We're going with nothing?
Irony.
Are we going with irony?
Sure, that was right.
Since we like want to be home and then she wants to be at school.
Irony is correct. The fact that you guys seem to love technology and she wants to give up technology and be with a teacher who yells at her.
Yeah.
What's that?
I keep on thinking this is my look at the skeleton.
Irony.
Same category. In Lady or the Tiger, the gardener's son walks into the arena, looks at the princess who points to a door. The boy boldly walks up to the door and rips it open.
We already did that game. We can't do
I
it.
thought he said we
These you can use more than once.
Oh,
Suspense
We didn't get an ending.
is
So
correct. Suspense.
we didn't get an ending.
That's why it's that hanging there. Alright?
Why is this being prepared?
Same category. In the lottery, we learn that Old Man Warner has been through 77 lotteries without ever having won it, which apparently is impressive. Irony, suspense, foreshadowing.
Foreshadowing.
It's correct. Okay. Same category with 2 questions left. In the zoo, the humans are watching the aliens in cages, thinking they are in a zoo, but in reality, the aliens were visiting Earth and thinking they were the ones. Irony? What do you say?
I didn't hear it again, but I just know that we already used irony.
You can use it more than once. So irony can be used more than once.
Irony.
Irony?
I want to say irony.
It is irony.
No.
We already used irony.
You can use it more than once. That was only in this one. Alright. Last one from this section. In Hey You Down There, we discover that Dora and Calvin are digging a well because theirs no longer has water.
Neither. None.
Neither?
None.
None?
What does neither? Is neither the same as?
Same thing. It is correct. That is nothing. It's just a random thing in the story.
I'm literally the best.
Yeah, you the best.
Yeah.
Rumor is Callan is literally the best.
I am.
He
Even
is.
Mr. Brovicast. We have the best in our
I can make an argumentative essay about that.
That is a fact.
Let's go with, I don't know how well we'll do it this section, but questions from Hey You Down There. That does make it tougher then. Let's go with, I'm going to give you 4 options. You tell me which of these options actually happens. So which of these internal conflicts is actually a thing in the story?
Are these gonna be on the test?
Some of these might be. Some of them might change. I don't remember which ones I changed, but I changed some.
Good job,
Here are your options. Dora, to get the flashlights or ignore the chickens. Calvin, go in the hole or ignore the mole people. Glar, demand more food or chase Calvin down. Mole people, eat Dora or eat the turkeys. Mr. Broviac, charge Michael points because he learned slowly, or forgive him for turning around in his chair again even though he was warned a few minutes ago.
The one with Calvin and the mole people.
The one with Calvin, go in the hole or ignore the mole people.
Yes.
Is correct. That actually is
Good job. So smart. You
Alright.
You carry us.
Oh.
How?
If you read it, you'll just lose.
Same story.
How do you know that?
How does Dora teach the mole people how to speak her language?
With the dictionary.
I hear dictionary.
I read it.
Is correct.
Let's go
She
dictionary.
has a dictionary.
So smart. Oh my
I mean, I didn't read it. I listened to it, but still.
Better than they did, apparently.
At least you don't get the
Same story. Where is the best setting of the story?
Why is that so loud? My goodness.
In the
Where?
the best setting. At 7 o'clock looking for the mole.
So smart.
No, where?
Hold on until the end. I will hold off because apparently if you've not read the story, it does us no good yet.
No, you didn't.
We'll stop there. If you knew the questions, you will do fine tomorrow. If you did not know the questions, that gives you an idea of what you should know for tomorrow.
I'll do what I can.